Well, that was something. And not in a bad way. Spain won, and Argentina barely showed up. It was what I expected, to be honest, because now I know I started this channel just recently and I didn't have any opinions and I didn't have any predictions on the internet, no receipts to show, all that kind of stuff. But to be honest, I there was three teams that I called that could win this World Cup, and honestly, I thought it would be France, the one that would win it all. But I thought that France and Spain were really close to each other, and then a little bit underneath them was under Argentina. I thought that these three were the best teams. I was hoping because I always had a soft spot for the Netherlands. I was hoping that they could do a good run. They always kind of shit the bed, but whatever. That's in their history, and that's just what happened. And the one time that they actually had to win in '74, they got robbed of it. But that's a story for another day. Probably in an off season sometime. I'll tell the story. But this game, holy smacks, that was a beatdown, and I know that there's going to be a lot of people that say, well, it was only 1-0. They only scored at the 106th minute and they had to go to overtime. And how can you say that it was a beatdown? And just look at this. This is like the stats, the everything, like the momentum, the match momentum, all of it. Like it's been since the game started. Spain was controlling the game and they were not pushing that hard, but you could see that they were taking their time. They were taking, like, they were measuring their punches, they were jabbing a little bit, checking out what Argentina would bring back, and it was just defense. Argentina was just pushing back defense. Up to then, they had a couple of chances, a couple of stretches forward, but at the end of the day, there was not much in the first time, and I know that, like, sometimes the match momentum doesn't say this whole story, but trust me, it's saying a lot of the story right here. Spain was controlling the match. They were going down, and especially on the left, Cucurella. I don't know. He just becomes a better player and a different kind of player when he plays with the national team. I don't know. There's some players that just have that kind of thing, but yeah, he's been great, and they were pushing on that left side, and he was going, and Spain was just controlling the match, and you had the feeling that sooner or later they're gonna get a goal, and Argentina was not pushing back. They were just absorbing, 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 and they were trying to play the mind games and play the dirty tactics and a little bit of extra and a little bit of edge play. Argentina always had that kind of, like, way to play that they try to get you nervous, try to get you caught into a mistake, and maybe get an extra yellow card, a little bit of something by pushing the edge. And there was none of that. Spain was having none of that. They actually the the thing that I find funny is what happened to Paredes here. He comes in and then he tries to catch Rodri into one of like those mind games and mind traps, and he comes from behind and gives him a little shove, and Rodri just sells it. He's Rodri's a big dude. He, like, Paredes is obviously smaller, but Paredes comes from the back, gives him a little extra nudge with the ball nowhere near, but the referee very close to it. So he flops, kind of, but it's not a flop because he actually got hit by it. So he got hit by the play, and even if it was not enough to throw Rodri down, because again, he's a big dude. He still went down, and yeah, he just went there, and then Paredes and everybody from Argentina thought that Rodri flopped and blah 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 and all this kind of stuff, and the mind games again. So, and then Paredes just goes and gets a yellow card by shoving one of the players there right in front of the referee. So I don't know, like, not even those kind of mind games, those kind of edgy tactics, like playing right at the borderline of being ethically unsportsmanlike kind of thing, was getting any results. Like Spain had total control of the game. First half was good. Then we had halftime halftime show, which I don't know. Whatever. It's the States. It's what they do. They want to make everything look like the ultimate spectacle, and they had to bring it to football. They had to bring it to soccer and whatever. Anyways, after that, a little bit here. Spain starts again. A little bit of Argentina, and then Spain just starts bringing down the hammer, and then there was this Enzo Fernandez second yellow, red card, playing in 10. Spain controlling all the game. You can see it from here, from all the stats, like the expected goals, the possession, the total shots. Argentina only had 2 shots. And I'm talking about 2 shots total. Not on goal, which usually that's what happens. Like you have 10 shots, 2 on goal and whatever. This is total shots. This is insane. Other than the big chances that are 4, so technically Spain was supposed to have four goals because the 4 big chances and well, whatever. Emi Martinez, absolutely brilliant game in goal. He was the one that was carrying Argentina to the end, to these penalty kicks that they were trying to play for them. I think from right at this point, right at the 55th minute, I think that's when Argentina started playing for the penalty kicks and tried to drag this game into to the end. And Emi Martinez almost brought him there, other than for the goal of Ferran Torres. Spain just capitalized on all the pressure and all the ball possession and all the good things that they were doing. And I am not surprised that this happened. This team was really, really good from the start. Like De La Fuente, he was absolutely masterful into creating this team, and apparently, like, I didn't know, but he went through the whole Spain national team graduatory, from the lower level, under 17, under 19, and whatever. So he knows a lot of these players that were there. He worked with them before, and maybe he forged them and he forged the way to play. So he knew every single player, how to play them at their best, and you could just see it. It was something else. Like I've been following soccer and football since I was a kid. The first real World Cup that I remember vividly that I was watching, the final, was in 1994, and it was Brazil Italy, and the famous Roberto Baggio missed penalty over the bar, and Brazil won the cup there on penalties that year. And that's the first World Cup I really remember, like the final I really remember, and I have never seen dominance of such in a World Cup final of this magnitude ever. And since then, I don't know, before I've heard stories, but nothing like this. This was complete dominance since minute 1. And yeah, so I am very surprised. I thought that Argentina had more fight than this. They didn't. I don't feel it was number 1 against number 2. It felt like number 1 against number 15 in graduatory, to be honest. Like this, there was such a difference in in quality of the two teams. And I know that this may have influenced a little bit the Martinez. Sorry, this right here. The change in Otamendi coming in might have influenced a little bit, slightly, the game. They're losing their center backs, so that might have again losing their center backs right here again. But I don't think that would have made a difference. There was such control, like it was calm, cool, and collected since minute one from Spain. That's it, nothing else. And you knew that they were gonna score a goal. They knew they were gonna score a goal. They knew exactly that they were gonna score a goal, and they just kept going until they scored that goal, and they brought it to the end. And yeah, the best team won. Just the best team of the whole tournament just won. I have no complaints. And it's good. It's good that it ended up that way. Argentina could have stole that game on the penalties, and it would have been unfair. They would have won. Would have been the best team that won? Absolutely not. But they would have won. But no, Spain had justice in the football world. They brought it home. They deserved to it. They were the best team, and they demonstrated that against France. I told my father against France when they were playing, as soon as Spain scored the goal, I told my father, I said, game's over. Spain is going to go through. Oh, you never know. France has game's over. Spain controls the game. Spain got their goal. They're gonna go through. They're gonna go to the final. And they went to the final. Spain didn't score a goal very early in the game. Still controlled the game against Argentina. Waited for their goal, got their goal in extra time, brought it home. But the whole tournament was really good. Really good tournament. I'm sad that Italy was not there to participate, but this was a really good World Cup. Regardless of all the controversies and everything that surrounds these kind of huge events, I think that this was an entertaining, a very fun World Cup. Very, very good. I'm happy that the best team of the tournament won. And I guess we'll see you in 4 years. But everything else, soccer, everything else, football, it's going to be here all year. I'm going to keep doing content, and I'm going to keep talking about it. So we'll see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, please.